Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Today I'm taking a look at the Marvel Legends What If Disney Plus / The Watcher Wave Captain Carter, and this one actually came in. I was very surprised. I randomly got I just looked at my order on GameStop and it was like, surprise, it'll be here tomorrow. So that was pretty awesome. I have the Zombie Captain America on the way as well, and I just actually looked a little bit ago and Nebula is on the way too. So those reviews will be coming soon. I don't know though about Sylvie, the Hydra Stomper, T'Challa Star-Lord, the Doctor Strange Supreme, and the Zombie Hunter Spidey. I don't know about those, when those are coming, but as soon as I have them, I will review them, just like I'm doing with Captain Carter right now. And speaking of Captain Carter, let's get into what she comes with. So starting off with what she comes with, she actually comes with the arms for the Watcher, but we'll go over that in a separate video whenever I review that full Build-A-Figure. But she also comes with her shield. This actually looks really good. The paint apps are very solid on this. Thankfully, because, you know, if I'd seen it in store and it was all sloppy, I wouldn't have gotten it. Maybe. I don't know. I really like the Captain Carter episode. But the straps are really good. I have two major gripes with this figure. Probably. It might get more as we go on with this. But this looks really good. I like this. I would kind of wish the inside was painted silver, you know, to look more like the inside of the shield. But it's really not that big of a deal because you're not really going to see it that much anyway, especially if you have it on her arm. And now taking a look at the detail on Captain Carter. I mean, look at this head sculpt. This looks exactly like the series. This looks exactly how she did in the animated episode, and her hair looks really good. I kind of wish her hair was a little bit darker, but I get why they didn't, because I would have liked it to have been this dark color, but then they would have had to make all of her gear a lot darker, and it would have looked almost black instead of dark brown like it's supposed to be. You can see the painted. Her eyes look great. Eyebrows look good. Lips are a little too much. Maybe there's something off with the lips. I'm not sure what it is. As you can see right here, there's a little bit of super glue because when I got her out of the package, her hair was not entirely attached. So whenever I turned her head, which that's one problem, when I turned her head, the hair raised up and almost popped off like a Lego minifigure. So that was a little scary when that happened. And then taking a look at, you know, the symbol on her chest and her torso and all that stuff, it looks fantastic. All the line work's really solid on this. There really is no paint mess ups of any kind throughout this, and I'm very happy that that is the case because this looks so good, not sloppy. I mean, there's a little bit right here, but honestly, it's really not that noticeable to the naked eye. You can only really notice it on camera. And she's got her gloves, which her glove tops actually are movable. So if you wanted to remove them and just have maybe like she's just hanging out and she took her gloves off, you could do that. She's got her belt. Obviously, it's a floating belt. Got the kind of pockets up here on the pants, the red stripes going around, her boots. Come all the way down to here. Looks really good. She looks like Captain America. You know, his suit's in the MCU, but Captain Carter / Captain Britain, quote unquote, Captain Britain E. And now taking a look at her articulation, her head can go up that far, can go down that far, can tilt that far, and swivel a little bit. So that's one major gripe that I have. The hair is not pliable at all. I wish that it was, or I wish that it was like slightly hollow or something. But it's a bit of a pain. You can kind of work around it a little bit, like you can get her head looking inside like that, but it tilts down a little bit, and it's kind of a problem. Get it right there, and then her head, like I said, starts to tilt, but you could kind of tilt her torso to get her to look straight. But, you know, that's only good if you're really doing a shot from, like, her middle of her torso up, because if you kind of get a little weird with it, if you want to have her head turned like that, you got to have her where she's leaning back, looking like Negan, and that's, you know, less than ideal. Shoulders go out that far. Rotate all the way around, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. Thank you, Hasbro, double jointed elbows. I appreciate it. Go up that far. Wrist swivel goes that far on that side. Rotation, you know, standard, all that good stuff. I wish that she would have come with alternate hands so we could have 2 fists and 2 grip hands so she could hold the shield and so she could hold a sword. But you actually can't have her hold anything because I'm hoping that this grip is good and perfect for the Hydra Stomper, because if it's so big, because I even have to use sticky tack to put Peacemaker's sword, a 7-inch scale sword, in her hand, because you put it in her hand and it just, really, you're not gonna do it on camera? Yep, but you can tell it's loose. It's a very wide grip. Like if I bring in the Endgame Captain America, look at that grip. That is a huge grip. I know that they made it specifically to grip the Hydra Stomper, but I didn't think the Hydra Stompers, like, ladder rung things were that big. I mean, holy crap. Yeah, she can't really hold her shield either because you have to kind of slip it over her hand. So you just kind of weave it through a little bit, try to do it like that, and it just, of course it's not going to cooperate on camera. But whenever I move it around and stuff, it falls right off. It falls right off. I set her torso goes back that far and goes forward that far, goes to the side a little bit, tilt, rotation, I mean. Legs go out that far, really good. Can go that far forward and not really back. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees that go up all the way, really good. No boot swivel, but she has ankle swivel, and then her feet go back that far up, and then of course ankle pivot. Another problem that I do have is that it's just mine. This one's a problem that I had right out of the box. Tried to heat it up, didn't work, anything like that. Her wrist on this side, you can see right there, there's some stress marks in there. I tried to heat it up, loosened it, everything, but whenever I put it in her hand, the peg is just, you'll see right here, it's a little small, so. But that is what it is. I'm not gonna really bend her hand that much. Now let's get into some size comparisons. Here she is next to the Walmart exclusive Endgame Captain America with the Civil War head, and then the Mafex Infinity War Captain America, and I don't think this looks bad either. I mean, I still think, well, Mafex is the only really the only company that has nailed like the Chris Evans likeness and then like the proportions for how he looks as Captain America. We'll see how the Endgame one turns out. I hope that one turns out better than the Infinity War one, which the Infinity War one's amazing, but I mean, look at those arms. Look at how far those don't go down, you know? For another Mafex comparison and then a 7-inch scale comparison, here she is next to the Mafex Far From Home Spider-Man, and then the Action Comics 1000 from McFarlane Toys Superman, which is obviously modified by me. And this doesn't look bad either if you want to trick of the camera with some 7-inch scale stuff, have her hop over to the DC universe, or if you want to just put her with Spider-Man, because you can fudge it really anyway, because Peter's supposed to be a teenager, so. And as for other captains go, here she is next to the Endgame Captain Marvel from the 2-pack, the Amazon 2-pack that just came out a little bit ago, with a repainted, by me, head from the Target exclusive Kree suit Captain Marvel, and then the first Disney Plus wave, Captain America. And this looks pretty good together. I think this looks really solid, to be honest. If you want to get real weird, here she is next to the Endgame Captain America, the Endgame Thor, and then the Mark III Iron Man from the Infinity Saga line. And this looks pretty good too. So if you want to just have Captain Carter be thrown into the main universe, or you want to have just all sorts of stuff going weird, you can do that. For some random Marvel Legends, here she is next to the Retro Spidey with a PS4 head, and then the Happy from the Infinity Saga line, Blam Blam. And then here she is next to the Marvel Legends Red Skull. I don't know where the movie one is, but looks pretty good with the comic. And then the Mezco 112 Daredevil, the Netflix version, obviously. And this looks really good, actually. She stacks up with them very, very well. Overall, I really enjoy this figure. A little let down by certain things, like I was saying, you know, I wish that her head had more movement in it. I wish that her hand wasn't a problem. My dog just said hello. But other than that, this is a really solid figure, and I'm very excited for the rest of the wave, because this is just shaping up to be probably the second best wave of the year, if not the best. It just, we'll see. As of right now, it's the second best to me, because I still love that Disney Plus wave. Might even be, no, I was gonna say it might even be third because of the Shang-Chi wave, but I had to do a lot of customization to make them perfect. I loved how they looked before, but I did a lot of customization on those. So those quote unquote don't count, although it's my list, I can do whatever I want, you know? But yeah, if you're a fan of that episode of What If you just like the design of Captain Carter, if you want to take her and, you know, make her something else, customize her, make her how she looks towards the end of the series whenever she pops back up, because it looks like they're going to bring all those characters together, but, you know, who knows, we'll see. And yeah, I'm very excited for the rest of this wave, so stay tuned for more, and I will catch you all in the next one. See ya.